What pair of shoes do I buy? It's the beginning of the school year and your mom says you can only buy 3 pairs of shoes. What do I choose? You look at the wall and you're more confused than you ever thought you would be with endless selections of colors, sneakers, and shoes that exist. That's why in today's video, I'm gonna be answering that question, helping you find the only 3 best pairs of shoes that you need to add to your closet that will not only having you look delicious and fly, but also prepare for all situations this upcoming year. But first of all, let's be realistic. Your mom cannot afford 3 pairs of shoes. Three? She's not affording that. She flips burgers for a living, so does mine. So I'm gonna make sure that this video includes shoes from all price ranges. Yes, for broke niggas with no jobs like you and me. Also, at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you a couple pair of shoes that you should add to your closet later on that are low-key more important than anything else when it comes to footwear. Now, the first thing to finding the 3 best shoes meant for your closet, well, first, we need to split these shoes into a couple of different categories to choose from. The first category is shoes if you're a beginner just getting into fashion, are your basic sneakers. Yes, your New Balance 550s, your Panda Dunks, your Nike Air Forces, even your Jordan 1s. All of these shoes are older than 90% of my audience. It's kind of sad. This is the basic white girl era of shoes. So basic, I could compare it to a Honda Civic. Everybody has a Honda Civic, and everybody has a pair of these shoes. But they work with almost anything, which is the reason why they're so popular. But in my terminology, I like to call these the lame-ass niggas of shoes. Only because you're just starting off and you haven't really branched out into your own style yet. I mean, genuinely, I don't think there's a single person who I've ever came across that doesn't have a pair at least of one of these shoes. So you'll fit right in with the normal crowd once you walk in. But it works with almost anything, which is the reason why they're so popular, and they're pretty affordable. Easy to find, not too rare. Honestly, if you're just heading into fashion and you need something that you can wear every day with your simple, timeless outfits, this is something you're gonna wanna select as your 3 choices. I personally like the New Balance 550s. It's that simple dad shoe look that's very popular nowadays, and honestly, this is probably the least popular out of everything on this list, which is why I like them so much. Air Forces are a bit too basic for me, but they're also too stiff for my feet. I'm sorry, I just can't wear Air Forces like I used to. Don't buy Panda Dunks. I don't care if you buy any other selection of dunks, but do not buy Panda Dunks. You will get roasted, I promise you. Also, if you plan to resell Panda Dunks in the future, they'll literally have no worth. They're going for nothing. I'm not even trolling. You might get like 10 bucks out of them. But if you're not into looking basic, a better category of shoes that's one of the most trendiest items at the moment are the skinny, sleek, dynamic, small sneakers. Yes, I know that was a lot of words. Chill, keep up. But this area of the wall is one of my favorite parts of the wall, honestly. They're fun to wear, comfortable, and easy to style with. Not too intimidating, and a natural next step for most people in their journey. Sambas being one of my personal favorites, and especially with anything that Adidas really drops. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Adidas probably has a million different Samba clone variations out there. From the Italia blues to these white and green and white and red variations, they look great in vintage wardrobe, especially minimalistic fashion that's had a huge resurgence in the past couple of years. Great for your wide leg jeans, to jorts, to even trousers and double knee pants. These are the perfect silhouette in my opinion. It's either skinny or chunky. I'm not even gonna lie to you, gang. Sometimes, some days, I'll be saying skinny is better, and then the other days I'll be going chunky. I really can't decide. But the selling point with these is it's a great silhouette that you can add to your fit without being too annoying. The beauty of this category and why a lot of people say it's the best in fashion is because it allows you to add almost any color to your fits without making you change your entire style. Speed Cats are a perfect example, which are probably one of the most popular ones in this category at the moment, as well as the Onitsuka Tigers or any of the other Onitsuka variants. I love all the colors except this one right here. I hate the bright blue in this. It's trash. Get it off my screen. Most of the variations are a perfect balance between being out there and being calm. There's also the Adidas Gazelles. Now the Gazelles, you're probably saying, what's the difference between the Gazelles and the Sambas? There isn't any difference at all. I'm gonna keep it real. Honestly, these are just Sambas with a new font, but there's still some that I highly recommend you should look up and find. Just make sure that you're selecting colors that are gonna match between 30 to 40% of your closet, because like I said, we're only choosing from 3 different shoes. And later on in your journey, you can expand to different colors as you buy more in the future. Except these ones. Don't buy these ones. These are trash. I see you, Connor. You were thinking about buying them. You have no taste, which is why you get no holes. Stop. You can replace this section with the white girl section. If you've already gotten the basic shoes in your closet, honestly, I'd say start off with this section alone. Small sneakers, anything within this category, start off here. But this is gonna lead us into the next category, which is honestly the best category on this list in my opinion, and it's definitely the trendiest and most viral going on all over TikTok and Pinterest, and that's the sporty athletic department of shoes. This bad boy is the most eye-catching era of shoes. Do you not see it? Look at it. It's beautiful. And it's like, where do I even start? Hold on, buddy. First, let me break it down to you. The reason that these are the most viral, and I'm talking about the Salomons, the Asics, Air Maxes, New Balances, are the most diverse pair of sneakers that are my favorite in this current generation. First step is to not think about, dang, what color, what brand should I select from? Stop. You're moving too fast. Start with something basic. You want to learn how to crawl before you learn how to walk. So something like a black pair of New Balances or a white pair of Salomon twins. Adding these two colors would be easy for your closet because they would go well with your baggy pants and baggy cargos, as well as your baggy jorts and baggy sweats as well. Even trousers. Yes, I've seen these with trousers. You would think normally, oh, well, they're sports related. Sorry, Ezra, I can't really put this on with the rest of my fits. I don't play sports. I know, I get it. Half of y'all are fat asses. I know my audience. Y'all gotta realize these sports brands like Nikes, even Salomon's with their hiking boots, they've realized that, you know what? They're not gonna get as many sales if all they do is tailor towards people who play sports. It's tailored to everybody. The silhouette in these are very similar to the other silhouettes that I mentioned earlier. I've seen people wear these with baggy jeans, baggy jorts. They work with almost any pair of pants that you put on, and any top as well, as long as your color coordination is correct. If the bottoms aren't cuffed, it's guaranteed gonna work. Once you cop some of the basic colors, later on, I want you to start getting into different colors like the darker green variation, to the navy blues, and the ones that have bright secondary colors like yellow and red. If you can get ones where the primary color is white or black, and you got secondary colors with, that could be anything in the rainbow. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, these are some of the best shoes to select from. And most importantly, my favorites are the Shox, which haven't been relevant for like, what, 15, 16 years, which are finally back, taking over the game, and everybody's with them. I'm with them. I mean, shit, I have like 4 pairs. My personal favorites are these blue ones right here. I'm not gonna lie, these blue ones I've worn probably 10 times in the past month. I don't even leave the crib. I stream with these on. Feel free to mess around and look at their different colors and different variations. Some of my other favorite ones are the New Balance 1906s, the 2002Rs. I love the 2002Rs. These are probably my favorite pair of New Balances out there. The Salomon XT4s and the XT6s, which are beautiful, and you should 100% put these in your closet this year. You gotta select something out of this category. This definitely is gonna be your second shoe for sure. And like I said, they're athletic, so you could wear these at the gym if you want to. You could wear this when you go play basketball with your, I don't care what you do. You could go hiking in the woods. If you like to hike, Salomon's, you could wear this when you go out and you're getting dinner with your girl and when you're going hiking. It's perfect in my opinion. And like I said, the selling point is the silhouette and the styling is the same as every other aesthetic of shoe that I mentioned earlier. And while Air Maxes are also another great option, I think these guys have rocked the color black better than any other brand I've ever seen. New Balances are very close as well. I think when it comes to black shoes in this category, it should definitely be one of these two. And they're also pretty easy to find at your local JD. I love the TNs, and I think Air Maxes have done all black better than any other brand. I used to wear the Air Max 97 OGs a lot, and now you probably already selected 2 shoes out of the 3 categories I've mentioned, and you're still looking for that one more shoe, just one more shoe, Ezra, and I'm done. It's over. My school year is set. I'll be free. Well, I saved the best for last, as I usually do. Before we get to that last, I'm gonna talk about another section that a lot of you are gonna be interested in because I said all price range. So not only shoes for you broke ass unemployed niggas, now we gotta talk about another selection you might be interested in for your third shoe, and that's the designer shoes. Yes, the Andrew Tate's penthouse owning online stock investors that upload day in the life of a millionaire type of shoes. You know what I'm talking about. These bad boys, they cost 2 bands. 2 bands for this? Okay, not all the designer shoes are 2 bands. I have a friend of mine, he's broke as hell. He gets no hoes either. He's a lame ass nigga. He'll save up his check and he'll go and he'll buy himself some Balenciaga triple X's. Will he pull hoes with them? No, he's never gonna get hoes. But the first step to pulling off designer shoes is that you have to wear these with pieces near the same price range, which is true, but it is also a trap that a lot of designer brands tend to put on customers like you who don't know any better and are gonna buy these shoes thinking, oh, well, these look cool, these look unique, I've never seen somebody wear these. You buy them and then you try wondering, well, what really goes with these? If you try buying a pair of cargos from Target and put them with some Balenciaga triple X's, I'm sorry, Genki, it's not gonna work. Now, while yes, this is an issue that most people face, and this will force a lot of people to be like, wow, well, maybe I should just buy the Balenciaga sweatsuit that's gonna go well with the shoes, and now you're spending over $3,000-4,000 when you only meant to spend $800 on one pair of shoes. It's a trap. You see, it's a trap. I'm trying to save you from this trap. However, there are some designer shoes that you can get away with wearing basic clothing with, and I'm gonna talk about those real quick. Hold on. I do, however, recommend starting off with something easy like Balenciaga Runner. This is one where you could pretty much wear any sweatsuit with that, what, costs 50, 60 bucks? Goes great with these shoes. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on Balenciaga jackets and pants just to go along with these. Something like Rick Owens or even the Pradas are gonna be a little bit harder, and you're probably gonna force yourself into buying more Rick Owens pieces to match those Rick Owens shoes. Don't fall into this trap. Start off with something like the Balenciaga Runner, Gradient sneakers, or be a little bit different with the Bottega Venetas. But with the Balenciaga sneakers that have soles thicker than your average OF Stars BBL, you could wear these Balenciagas with some Acne Studio jeans, Balenciaga sweats, or you could wear a regular sweatsuit that you can get from, I don't know, Old Navy, and it'll still work perfectly fine. Stay away from Prada though. They're really boring and usually don't have anything fun with their shoes. The Maison Margielas are pretty calm and not a bad take either, even though you're spending 3/4 of a band on shoes like a dumbass when you could buy a PlayStation 5 with that money. Come on, my nigga, like, really? Designer shoes? and they look like gazelles. But don't get me started on the Amiri skeleton boots. I hate the Amiri skeleton. Do not buy this. I will hunt you down, find you, and make sure you don't end up going to your first day of school. Yes, all in GTA. Twitch, chill. Now, the third selection, which I honestly think is the best selection as your third pair of shoes, unlike the designer shoes, that you have to choose from, are the canvas sneakers. These are very nostalgic and work great as a basic pair of shoes that look really well with your vintage 90s wear. Converse being some of my favorites, not only being affordable, but also flexible with my closet when I go for a minimalistic style with loose jeans. This is the most affordable category. I love the Chuck Taylors being some of my favorites and being so damn affordable. To the all-star canvases, and you can't forget about the millions of other variations of Chuck Taylors out there. Another great canvas sneaker are the Common Project Lows, if you're able to afford it. Once I heard you could buy these from Saks Fifth, I instantly removed these from my shopping cart. Yes, I got a mental shopping cart. But like I said, only buy these if you're able to afford it. But the Vans old school black and whites are very not only affordable, but very stylish and look great with almost any outfit that I could put together. These are probably one of my favorite shoes of all time. Definitely a top 5 for me. They're a classic that are a must buy for your closet. Very easy to wear, very stylish, and honestly my favorite go-to for when I wear Levi jeans. This section is perfect if you live in Chicago and you like reading newspapers still and going to Playboy magazine. You're an OG. Maybe you're not an unk, but you're an unk in the heart. You get what I'm saying? Now, while you may have chosen your 3 sneakers already, 2 other shoes that you have to listen to that are gonna change up your fashion game entirely, that you need to think about buying later on. Yes, saving up, buying these maybe next year. Boots are vital in looking good during this day and age, especially with boots like Timberlands going viral and being the boots that's pretty much found in 90% of the homes on earth. These might be more viral than Air Forces these days. It's actually crazy. So I would definitely cop a pair of these in either black or brown. However, there are cheaper and even better boot alternatives out there. Thursday boots are a personal favorite of mine, giving a more Western Texas look. Brenton and Ronin are a bit more on the pricey side, but if you're looking for high quality, then that's the way to go. But for a cheaper pair, you can get the affordable number 6 DSW boots. These are very affordable, and I think they're on sale at the moment, so I definitely recommend you cop a pair of these. And it does great for the job of wearing all black boots. I know you want a pair of all black boots, but when it comes to another shoe that you also should definitely add to your closet, it's some dress shoes. But my personal favorite that everyone's rocking at the moment, and I think you should definitely cop too, because they're not going out of style anytime soon, are the Doc Martens. You could choose any of the ones that they have on their website. These ones right here are my personal favorite. But Ezra, how do I know if my shoes are valid or not? Or matter of fact, my outfit? Join my Discord. We got over 4,000 members and we're growing every single day. I rate my viewers' outfits on there live every other day on Twitch, so make sure you follow me on Twitch as well. I'm probably live there right now. Come say hi. Follow me on Instagram for more updates. Subscribe if you're new and like the video if you enjoyed. But click that link down below. You see that big link right there? Yes, that has all my best fashion videos in one playlist where you can learn tons of information about clothes in just one sitting. And also, this school year, please, genuinely, like, get some hoes. Lay y'all boys. I'm gonna see y'all next week for the next video. Lay y'all boys. No Diddy, no Diddy, no